G'day Hammerheads, I got good news and bad news. The bad news is that Hikoki or Metabo HPT have actually just released 2 new 28mm rotary hammers, just like this guy. The good news is they've actually all got the same specs. So I thought now was a good time to just jump in, do a quick performance test for this guy, give you an idea of how these other new ones are going to perform as well. So let's take a look. So here we have this beautiful specimen of a drill, DH36DPE. So I've written 36 volt on here because it looks the same as the 18 volt version. And it is basically a really nice large size rotary hammer. So 28mm capacity. So we have actually seen this guy in a runtime video previously along with the 18 volt. So we did see that it drilled the fastest out of the set I've tried, faster than the DeWalt 28mm, and it also got more runtime than the 18 volt version, so the motor seems to be running more efficiently. But how does she go in our standard kind of testing? So that's what we're going to find out today, and let's just start with taking a look at the features. So we've got a pistol grip. Hikoki is advertising the pistol grips as being nicely balanced for upwards drilling, and boy howdy is it ever. So if you're doing a lot of upwards drilling, consider grabbing one of these bodies. It's also got the nice electronic features up here that Hikoki's doing nowadays. So like the Green Gremlin, it's got the 2 speeds, so full speed, or like delicate speed, so it winds up. Winds up to about 70%. It's got the auto stop, so if we hold that down, so it's flashing, so that's going to record the time. And now that'll remember how long the motor was running for. Which we have seen before. It does work pretty well once you get used to actually, drilling consistently. Also got a battery level up there too, which is nice and handy. So other than that, it's pretty simple. It's just a nice basic pistol grip body. I really like the feel of the Hikokis. So in my collection of hammers, these guys feel the nicest in the hand to me, probably second only to Hilti's, which is really impressive. So it's also got a plug under here. There is some mesh. So that covers the fan for the dust extractor. As we know, it's just got a gigantic fan in there that keeps it nice and cool. And other than that, it's pretty simple, pretty basic setup. The one thing I did notice when I picked this up and I thought, hey, what's going on there, was it's actually got a bit of a ring to it when you'd like put it down or after you've gunned it in hammer mode. And so I was like, what the hell's going on here? Is this guy broken? But no, after a little bit of research, it's actually this user vibration protection here. So very simple and clever mechanism inside there. Let's take a look at that. So Hikoki's nice enough to do us a beautiful parts diagram. And if we take a look at that, have a look at these parts here, 51, 52, 53. This is a leaf spring and a counterweight that bolts onto it. So as the drill hits, that weight will swing back and forth, absorbing a little bit of the energy with the spring there. So, very clever, very simple. It does seem to work. I haven't actually done the vibration measurement on this yet, but if you do get one of these guys and you can hear this springy vibration in there, that is why. Vibration dampening. Alright, and so let's look at the specs. So Hikoki or Metabo HPT if you're in North America. So the RRP for this is just over $600 dues. Seeing as it's a high capacity hammer, they do tend to be pretty pricey. Don't worry honey, I actually got mine for half price. The weight, 2.9 kilos. So that's actually a little bit lighter than the older 18 volt version. Capacity, 28 mils or inch and an eighth. Impact energy, they reckon 3.2 joules. What a killer. Wow. So that's the highest out of any hammer in this list. Impact per minute, 4,300. And so impact power, 13,760. And the RPM, 950 RPM. And let's check those revs. Yeah, just on 950, 945. And let's set it to slow. There you go, 700 RPM. All right, so let's get drilling. Our first test is 12 by 80 millimeters drilling into 32 MPa concrete. Alrighty, so it looks like we've got a new champ here. DH36DPE coming in at 7.16 seconds, averaging up a few of those runs. Fair bit faster than the old champ, the DCH133, so it's looking like in this kind of testing, maybe the impact force is more important than the impact power. Interestingly enough, that is twice as fast as the Green Gremlin, the other little pistol grip Hikoki we saw recently. Alright hammerheads, I got good news and bad news. The bad news is that this range of drill bits that I've been using for all my tests doesn't actually go up to 28 millimeters. So the max capacity test for this guy is going to have to be 26 millimeters. The good news is that means I'm going to have to get a bunch of 28 millimeter hammers and do a big head-to-head video with them so we can actually test them out at their true max capacity. So let us know in the comments what you want to see in that kind of video and I'll see what I can do. But for now, max-ish capacity, 26 millimeters going in 80 mil, same concrete. All right, very nicely done. So the bigger Hikoki right here with a 26 millimeter bit. So that's actually what all these other ones up here got, substantially faster with 54.6 seconds. So I'm a little skeptical about the impact force being 3.2 joules, but she does definitely look like she hits harder than all the other 1-inch rotary hammers. Also, if we want to get an idea of how fast she would drill at 28 millimeters, well, a 28 millimeter hole has about 16% more surface area than a 26 millimeter hole. So if we just add 16% to that, we get 63 and a bit. So for a rough estimate of how she'd go at her actual max capacity with this drill bit, yeah, about 63, 65 seconds, something like that. There is no doubt more to it than that, but you know, as a rough guide, yeah, seems all right. And something else I noticed with this tool is that the drill speed was actually tightly grouped together, like slowest was 54, fastest was 55.3, so that is, you know, 1 and a bit seconds. So what is that, like 2% or so difference between these three runs? So that means, you know, the battery's not heating up really, the tool's not heating up, everything's running more efficiently. Whatever's going on, Hikoki's doing a really nice job with their electronics too. So there you go, guys. I know Hikoki isn't the most common brand out there, but boy, it is really nice. I really do enjoy using this tool. I am super surprised that they can fit so much impact force and so much performance in such a small package. It really is light. It feels like a 26 millimeter hammer. So just to take a quick look at the new versions, Metabo HPT in North America, for some reason they've gone a D-handle version, which looks like a bit of a weapon. And it looks like in the kit they give you a 4 amp hour battery, which is nice. So if you do grab one of these, should have the same performance as the one I just tested, but a little bit sexier, I reckon. I do love a D handle. Look at that. Oh, it's a real weapon. Go get some. And speaking of sexy, check out the new drop motor version. So this guy, once again, same specs as the tool I've got in front of me, but it's also got a couple of extra features. So it's got more vibration control, so it'll have the wobbly handle like many drop motors do. Reactive force control to stop the kickback, which is great. And it's also got a lead level. So really interested to see how that works out. But if anyone's got one of these guys, give us a shout, let us know how it goes, and maybe we could post some footy up here for you. So there you go, hammerheads. A nice quick look at a really nice tool. This guy, well, we got the Green Goblin. What is this one going to be? The Goblin King or something like that? The Orc? I don't know. Looks a bit like an alligator. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll scratch yous later, guys. Yeah. That's anticlimactic. Hang on. Yeah.